Let me be honest with you. A very big reason why I am running this time is that I have a moral obligation to get the word out. Understand last year I had spent close to $15,000 on repairing termite damage and have at least another $2,000 to go. And to save money, I will need to do this work. So my time is limited. Last year, my wife was losing her sight due to cataracts in both eyes. She just finished her last eye yesterday, but more money just spent. And she would like to have her two front teeth again. And we had planned to do the implants for her this year. Knowing how tight our finances are this year, she put her foot down and told me, "You're not running." I and my wife will be married for 31 years this April 15th. One of the reasons is that I don't go behind her back on important things like running. I have every reason not to run this time, but I have a moral obligation to get the word out. And we ain't got all day. Why? Well, back in December, I had a person I knew well, but haven't seen in a while, come to me. The person is a scientist, smart too. They knew I had proposed research on CCP, closed carbon cycle processes, a biological way to sequester CO2. But I didn't see this person. They had changed dramatically. The scientists calmly told me that they worked at the Army Depot. The scientists then told me that they blamed the guy I believe they were referring to is Mr. Williams for insisting on a zero emissions process instead of the high heat process that breaks down the bonds which has been used in other locations. I know there is a similar process used to turn oil into gas, but I also know due to the high temperature and pressure changes there may be a need to relieve the pressure by release. The scientists said the results of the current process being used at the Army Depot creates an even more deadly result than the original chemical. I knew if the new process is based on scavenger molecules or filter mediums, then there would be a concentration of deadly materials attaching themselves to the scavenger or filter. I sat in EPA webinars on those processes. The net result would be an even more deadly result. There are totally different protocols when dealing with an inert, safe result in handling, storage, and disposal than with a result that is highly deadly and dangerous. That in itself is a ticking time bomb for those personnel working at Richmond's Army Depot and those living nearby. If the result is to stay at Richmond, then the assumed danger to the public would also be all wrong. Much more higher. People would assume that they are safe when they are in fact in danger. But Mitch McConnell is not without blame. Normally, there would be an interagency review. Understand, the military's expertise is in making weapons, but the EPA's expertise is in identifying, storage, and disposal of pollution and toxic substances. But considering McConnell's war on the EPA, this most likely did not occur. The fact is that the disposal process took 20 years to even get started is far too long. Would you have a job if you didn't do your job for 20 years? Could Mitch McConnell's actions show a dragging of feet over the years? Also, running the process through the secrecy of the military has led to a distrust of the processes by the local population. If Mitch McConnell had run the process development through the civil EPA, there would have been the trust-building transparency that the local population needed and wanted. Now, McConnell may have prematurely forced the process to occur for political reasons. Now that he is up for re-election, Mitch McConnell now needs to have something positive to point to. Normally, the scientists whistleblower, being a government employee, would report the problem as a standard operating procedure, SOP, in the same manner as the Ukrainian phone call whistleblower did, and not go to me. But looking at what happened during the Ukraine inquiry, the normal channels may not work in the age of Trump. Did we not witness Mitch McConnell work to keep whistleblowers out of the Senate trial? Evil hides while good shines. Trial without witnesses? Testimony? What a great American image for the world to see. Thanks to Mitch McConnell, we now look like a corrupt, undemocratic government. Evil hides while good shines. Actions speak louder than words. And after 20 years of foot dragging, now Mitch McConnell is forcing the process. And from what I saw and I heard, I believe the whistleblower story making things worse and not better. Is this a sign of a competent senator? So, I do need to get the word out for all our sakes, yes. But I can't do this alone. I need your help. If you know of upcoming events that I can speak at, please let me know. Also, if you could give money towards an ad, I would greatly appreciate the donation. Here's a link. Thank you very much for your time, and you have a good and blessed day. Bye.